When they say she get it from her mama, I'ma say you got it right. Body with a slump like don't be in the humble type. Tell me is you down? Cause I'm tryna go good tonight. I was in hoochies left and right. I just wanna live in a fantasy.
Hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Tatiana, and today I'm back with another video. Before we get this video started, you guys, make sure you go subscribe and turn on the notifications and give this video a big thumbs up. And definitely make sure you don't forget to go turn on the post notifications, which is a little bell right next to the subscribe button, so you can be notified every single time I upload a new video. Today is March 11th and it is currently 10:33. I'm actually making myself some breakfast, or I've already made myself breakfast, and I'm always telling myself I want to be more consistent with doing lifestyle vlogs because I feel like I'm more of a lifestyle vlogger, but I always get caught up in the fact that because I don't really go anywhere and I don't really do too much, you guys know, because I've sort of kind of talked about it, which I'm actually going to be doing a video. I don't know when. I don't know if I'm going to do it a part of this video or what exactly I'm going to do, but I do want to do like a video where I'm just talking about being content with not having friends, being content with praying about the community or the friendships that you want and just waiting for God to do what it is that you've prayed for, instead of running to doors because they are seemingly open when you know that you should not be walking through them. That's a whole word, and we're gonna get into that eventually. But before we get fully into this video, you guys know I gotta hit you with the verse of the day. So the verse of the day is coming to you guys from Philippians chapter 1 verse 21, and it says, "For to me to live is Christ and to die is gain." So when I was listening to that, basically they were just describing that when you decide to live for Christ, to live for him is basically to die to yourself. Like the things that we want for ourselves is not always the things that God wants for us. Like we're gonna go through suffering and it's gonna feel like, Lord, I'm following you. Like, why am I going through these things? Like, why am I going through all of these storms? But even God went through storms. Like, God literally died for us. And so we should think of him and how we want to live our lives, that when we're going through things, like, God died for us. He suffered for us. So we're able to suffer for him. Y'all, I'm growing in my word. Okay, so if I don't always communicate these things the right way, you know what I'm trying to say, and if you don't, just go do your own the verse that I'm sharing with you guys, okay? But as I always say, God is amazing. Get some Jesus in your life. But anyways, I'm currently sitting up here making breakfast. Like I said, it's 10:36 now. This time, we lost an hour. I just know that I woke up later this morning than I was supposed to. Partly because my phone was dead, so my alarm didn't even go off for me to actually wake the girls up, but nobody was late. I got out of bed at 7:12, and the best thing about living like 5 minutes from your child's school is that when you're late, you're not really late, if you catch my drift. You might be a few minutes late, but today they were not late at all. They weren't tardy or anything. So we all moved quickly, and I kind of made them move quicker than they probably would have wanted to, but we got them out of the house and got the baby to daycare. Came home, and I actually need to straighten some stuff up. Like I said, I just made breakfast, so here's my plate. We got some eggs, hash browns, and some sausages. Y'all, my sausages are not burnt. I just like them to be well cooked. Okay, so not too much on my plate, period. But I'm about to sit down and eat. I have not done my devotional. I started my devotional while I was doing my skincare, and I was like, I cannot focus on this, so I'm gonna sit down and do my devotional. Oh, let me make my iced coffee. I guess I can do that with you guys. I honestly think that it is so funny that I was not a coffee drinker, like, at all. I did not like the smell of coffee. I did not like the taste of coffee. I did not like anything that had any type of like coffee caffeine in it. And the fact that I am now a coffee drinker, and not only am I a coffee drinker, the fact that I'm a cold coffee drinker, the way I switched up on myself, I still don't even understand how. Just went to Target this morning to get this creamer because I had no creamer. And even though I drink coffee, I still like for my coffee to taste sweet. I do not like black coffee. I don't like coffee that tastes bland or plain. So I decided to get the big bottle of creamer because Matt all of a sudden wants to drink coffee too. And one thing that we cannot be doing is running out of creamer. All right, got my coffee and my breakfast. Let's go do our devotional. Hey y'all, so I am done with my devotional and having my little Jesus time, which I love waking up early in the morning and just having that uninterrupted time in the morning. But when all the girls are at school and out of the house and Matt's out of the house, I love that time even more because I feel like I don't have to rush. Even though I wake up, or at least I try to wake up at 5:30 in the morning. Sometimes it don't work out like that. Sometimes I'm waking up at 6 o'clock, and I just feel like in order for me to not have to rush my time in the morning, I would have to be up at like 4:30, y'all. And who's gonna do that? Because definitely not me. But anyways, I am on my way to the gym right now, and I'm making pretty good time. It's 12:20. I would have been out of the house if Matt didn't call me, but he's on his lunch right now. And so he always calls me when he's on his lunch and we talk, even if we ain't got nothing to talk about. But I love that because it allows for us to be able to connect during the day. And it's not like I'm only hearing from him in the morning and then not hearing from him until he gets home from work. So not complaining about him calling me. But yeah, I'm on my way to the gym, and I was just like, I wanted to talk to y'all a little bit before I get there because, again, I'm telling myself I'm going to be more consistent with just lifestyle vlogging. It doesn't matter if I have something to talk about, if I have nowhere to go, or if I'm not doing anything. I'm gonna find something to talk about. I'm gonna find something to do, even if it is in the house, and we gonna find something to talk about. So one of the things I was thinking about is just how grateful I am. I showed you guys my verse of the day card, which was so cute. I actually got those as like a little Valentine's Day gift from my sister-in-law Sasha. And on the back of the card, it allowed for you to be able to write like your little prayer. And so the verse was to give thanks to the Lord. And I'm just sitting here thinking about how I'm so grateful and thankful. Sometimes we don't realize that we are literally living in an answered prayer. I just remember when I had my first child, when I had Kehlani, and I was dropping her off at daycare. I was going to work. You know, I was spending my day 6 to 8 hours at work, getting home, doing this Monday through Friday. It felt like Saturdays and Sundays were the only days that I had to really do anything. But on the weekends, the places that you need to go that are only open Monday through Friday, they're closed. And it just seems like you can't really do much on the weekend, even though that's your free time. And so the fact that I didn't have any idea how I would be able to be a stay-at-home mom I didn't have any idea how I would be able to make money if I didn't have a full-time job. I didn't have any idea what life looked like without having a 9-to-5 job, because if all you know is all you know, you don't know nothing else. And all that I knew is that people worked. And I'm not knocking having a 9-to-5 job, but what I will say is having a 9-to-5 job is not for everybody. And when I started to develop, I guess, like an entrepreneurial mindset, when I started to discover like what my natural gifts and talents were, obviously God-given talents, or like what it was that I was passionate about and the things that I was being pulled toward, which was content creating. It started off as network marketing. That's actually what allowed for me to be able to quit my job back in 2018 and go full-time. I was with a network marketing company where I had built a team, and I was making the same amount of income working my network marketing business. I wouldn't say working it, or I would say building my network marketing business. I was making just as much money there as I was at my full-time job. And so I was like, you know what? I can pour my all into what's already paying me the way that it's paying me when I'm working at my full-time job. Like, I can give that my all and not be an employee. Like, I don't know, it sounds bad, I guess, the way that I'm saying it, and I'm not knocking because Matt has a 9-to-5 job, but what I'm trying to say to wrap it up is some people are okay with being career driven and career focused, and other people are goal driven and goal focused. I say I have more of like an entrepreneurial spirit than I do an employee spirit. I have more of an entrepreneur mindset than I do an employee mindset. And again, I am not knocking having a 9-to-5, but I think some people just have bigger passions than their 9-to-5 will allow for them to ever be passionate about. How else can I say that? Because I feel like I'm not like, what I'm trying to say is not coming out exactly how I want to say it. Some people have passions and they have God-given gifts that they have chosen to tap into, and once you have a vision, there's nothing that can steer you away from that. Once you start allowing yourself to fully walk in your calling and fully walk in your passion, it's hard for you to settle in spaces that you know you were not called to. There. That's exactly what I'm trying to say. And so while I think that there is nothing wrong with being an employee, there is nothing wrong with having a job. This is not me telling you to quit your job. This is not me telling you to be an entrepreneur, to build a business, to join network marketing, to be a content creator. I am not saying any of that. What I'm saying is, when you are doing something on a day-to-day basis for a certain amount of hours that is not in alignment with your passion or your purpose, it's like it's hard for you to give it your all. And I just would hate to spend 6 to 8 hours at a job where I'm doing the bare minimum and I'm not giving it my all, even though it says everything that you do it for the Lord, and all of the work that you do it for God, baby. You don't do it for people. You don't even do it for yourself. You do it for the Lord. But I also feel like when you are following your passion and you're following your calling, that is a huge, like there is nothing else that will make you trust God more, especially financially, than when you are walking in your purpose, when you're walking in your calling. And so many people have questioned, like, why don't you just go back to work? Like, you can still be a content creator, you can still be a brand influencer and have a 9-to-5, like you can still build your businesses and have a 9-to-5. And while I believe all of that is true, for me, I have become so much of a person that cannot do anything wholeheartedly. Like, if my heart is not fully in it, I'm not gonna do it. Like, if I'm not passionate about what it is that I'm doing, I'm not gonna spend my time doing it. If I don't have a care in the world about what it is that I'm doing, I'm not going to do it. And for some people, they hate their job, they hate the kind of work that they do, they hate the people that they work with, and still, for money, for a paycheck that they will claim is guaranteed, when at the end of the day, nothing in life is guaranteed. Like, the next second in our life is not even guaranteed. For the sake of money, they will do something that they completely hate just for a paycheck. And I'm just not going to be that person. So going back to giving God thanks, I thank God that even as, I would say, a one income household, I don't even like to say one income household because I do make money as a content creator and a brand influencer, but in a household where there's one person working as a 9-to-5 employee, and then you have another person working as an entrepreneur, and anybody knows, and if you don't know, you finna figure it out by what it is that I just said. As an entrepreneur, especially in the building stages, when you're building a business, you don't always make money every day. You don't always make money every week. You don't always make money every month. Sometimes you have months where your income is high on the high end, and then you have months where your income is on the very low end. And for everybody, the definition of high and low is different. What one person might consider to be high income, another person might be like, oh, I could not, that is not enough for me and my family to survive. Whereas another person might be like, this is too little, and another person might be like, that is a lot for my family. So I don't want to go into talking about numbers per se, but it takes a lot of trust in God to sit in something that is uncertain and just trust that God is going to carry you, because you have faith that you are walking in your calling, you're walking in the purpose, and you are being obedient to using the gifts that He gave you. So I just love how I can wake up every single day and I don't have to rush my mornings. I don't have to rush, you know, getting the girls ready, unless I'm trying to get them ready for school and I don't want them to be late. But I'm saying, like, I don't have to rush getting myself ready, getting them ready, rush breakfast, rush getting them to school, getting them to daycare, and then rush to get myself to work. And then I'm exhausted when I get to work because I woke up super early, or I didn't wake up early enough. I was mean to the girls because I'm rushing them so that we can all be on time. Like, I'm thankful that that's not my life. I'm thankful that I have a husband who supported me in the way of saying, if this is what you're passionate about, then I want for you to go for it. Now, don't get me wrong, there are definitely months where he's telling me, like, maybe you should consider going back to work because financially things don't look how we want them to. But at the end of the day, he has made it very clear to me that, and to piggyback off of him saying you should go back to work, baby, there have been plenty of times where I have pulled up the Indeed app. Who's hiring? Who's hiring? I'm still a sub for the school district, baby. Let me pick up a job for this week, okay? Because sometimes when things just look uncertain, you want to go to what you feel is certain instead of going to God and just trusting that He is the provider of all things, of any and everything. And it don't matter what type of job you take, baby, again, the income is not guaranteed. No matter what you're doing, where you work at, who you're working for, it's not guaranteed. So, but at the end of the day, I just think that when you trust God and you trust that He is your provider, running back to a job as an entrepreneur, running back to a job as somebody who's building a business, or somebody who is creating income for themselves through opportunities that they are a part of, whether it's a network marketing company, or you are the CEO and you're building your own business, or you are a content creator and you work with brands and your opportunities come from people who reach out to you. Regardless of what it is that you're doing or where you're doing it, I just think that the biggest thing is just trusting God in all things that you do, and just knowing that He's gonna provide for you no matter what. So I just got to the gym right now. I just felt like that was a word for somebody besides myself, because I know so many people do content creation. I know that there's so many people who, especially in nowadays, like, I'm so proud of us millennials, okay, because we are trying to do all things differently. We are stepping out on faith, and we are doing things differently than what our parents might have taught us, or what our parents might have instilled in us, or maybe what it is that we grew up around. So many of us are stepping out on faith. So many of us are walking in our callings, whether that's doing digital content, whether that's being a digital creator and you are creating digital courses, or you are providing some type of service for people, or you are just not just a content creator, because I don't want to make it seem like that's small, because girl, content creation is not easy, editing is not easy, walking in your calling and in your purpose is not easy. But I'm so proud of us, because I know that we know that it's worth it, and regardless of the people who do not agree with how we're walking, they just might not agree because it's not normal. Anything that's not normal, anything that is not normal, that, let me see, how do I want to say this? When a person is doing something that is not deemed normal, for example, not having a 9-to-5, I've been called irresponsible because I don't have an actual 9-to-5 job. When you are doing things that goes against society's normal, it makes you look weird. But then for us who step out on faith, for us who are following what we feel is something that we were called to do, we also think that it's weird when people settle for something that they really don't want to do. So I say all that to say, whatever it is that you choose to do, whether it's having a 9-to-5 job or walking in your purpose and following your passions, and you don't have a 9-to-5, keep doing what makes sense to you, even if it does not make sense to others. And I can continue to go on and on and on about that topic, but I won't, because I think y'all get the point, and I will just keep saying the same thing over and over again. But anyway, y'all, I just made it to the gym. It is 12:34. I want to be here for at least an hour and a half. I don't have 2 hours because I still need to stop at Walmart to make some returns when I leave the gym before I go back home and clean up a little bit and then go get the girl. So we're about to go in here and get this workout. Probably not gonna vlog with you guys because I missed out on the gym for 2 weeks, which I am not proud of, and I can't vlog in here or record in here anyway unless I'm sneaking it, and I'm just not in the mood for that. So I'm gonna come back and talk to you guys when I'm done with the gym. Hey y'all, so I just left the gym, and I had told y'all that I was not going to vlog in the gym, but I was just like, yeah, I'm not gonna really do like any like intentional vlogging, like really trying to set up my phone. I didn't bring like my little mini tripod or phone stand or whatever that I put my phone on like the last couple of times. But it was a good workout. Yesterday when I came to the gym, I just walked for 30 minutes and then I got on the sauna, but today I actually worked out on some machines, as you guys saw, and I used some weights, because one thing about it, when you ain't been to the gym in a little minute, your body is going to remind you that you haven't been to the gym in a little minute. And I'm not trying to do too much. I'm just trying to like gradually get back to where I was before I took my 2-week unintentional break. But it's currently 2:38. I had intended on leaving the gym at 2 o'clock, but I just kind of decided to push myself and add some abs into my workout. I love going to the gym, y'all, but I'm just trying to work on being intentional with everything that I do when I go to the gym, to actually make sure that I'm working on the parts of my body that I want to be popping and looking fire. So abs, I feel like it's something that I need to incorporate into my workout all the time. But today was like, I'm still sweating, y'all, so that's why I keep touching my face. And then I don't have no air or the windows rolled down, so I'm gonna sweat even more. But today was basically like an unintentional glutes and legs day, if that's what you want to call it. But now I'm on my way to Walmart, still in my gym clothes, yes, okay, because I'm about to pass a Walmart, and if I go home, take a shower, and do all that kind of stuff, then I'll have to end up getting the girls and taking the girls with me to Walmart. And if you a mother, you already know, baby, when we ain't got no kids, we be trying to make them errands. We be trying to run them errands before we even pick up our kids, because if we don't have to take our kids with us, we won't. So the girls are still at school, the baby's still at daycare. I don't have to pick them up until around 3:30. So I'm about to go in here in this Walmart, do my returns. I also have to get some sponges for dishes, and I think that's about it. I'm really not trying to be in here for longer than I have to be. I do need to get some stuff for dinner, but I just don't know what it is that I want to cook. So yeah, I'm not really gonna vlog with you guys because I need to be focused while I'm in here. So I know I said that when I was in the gym, and I still ended up vlogging with you guys. But I'm really not doing anything in here. Like I said, I just gotta make these few little returns and get some sponges, and that's really about it. That's boring stuff. I don't want to bore y'all. But this is also a day in my life, so let me stop talking. My camera died as I was talking to y'all, but I said, let me stop talking about what I don't want to bore you guys with, or what I don't want to do with you guys when I feel like I'm not doing much of nothing, because I literally said I'm about to give you guys more of my lifestyle. Are you parking here or no, ma'am? Oh, you gonna try to park right there? That's not a park anyway. Okay, let me go over here. You're welcome. She was looking at me like, don't you dare take my spot. Yeah, I gotta stop saying what I don't want to do with you guys, because I get so caught up in feeling like, oh, my content is boring sometimes because I don't go anywhere, or like I'm not doing anything, I don't have anything planned. Girl, your life is the content. So set that camera up, Bookie, and show the people what you're doing, even if it is just going to Walmart to make a return and grab a couple of sponges and pick up some dinner if you don't even know what you're cooking. So yeah, let me find a park, y'all, and then I'm gonna see y'all when I get inside Walmart. Okay. And then the rest of these things are your card. Yeah. I just put it in there. This did not have a tag on it, so they had to scan a different jacket. But I don't like how it has a zipper. I thought it was fully attached. Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too. So the returns are done. I thought that lady was about to say she wasn't gonna be able to find the jacket that I was returning, because I did decide to take back some of the stuff that I wore when we went to the snow, because I was gonna keep the jacket, but I don't like how the jacket had a zipper on the hood, and I just feel like anytime the hood is able to detach itself, it does. I don't care if it's a zipper or a Velcro or buttons, it never stays attached. So I took that back. And then the baby's boots, Kahari's boots, I thought that they were snow boots, but they did not keep the snow from going inside of her boots at all. So I took those back because they did not serve the purpose that I needed them to serve. She already had, what are they called? She already had rain boots. So it was unnecessary for me to keep those. The pants ended up having like this weird brown stain on them, so I took the pants that I was wearing back too, because if I'm gonna spend my money on something, I'm gonna be the one to get it dirty. I'm not gonna buy it if it's already dirty. And then I had got Matt a Wicked shirt. You guys saw that we celebrated my niece's birthday and her theme was Wicked, but that shirt had a hole in the neck, so guess what I did? Took it back to the store too. Like I said, I needed to get some scrubbers and some sponges, because the ones that we had were getting bad, and Kehlani's starting to wash dishes now. Comment below, what age do you guys, or did you guys make your kids do chores? She'll be 10 this year, so I feel like I was 8 when I was washing dishes. I feel like nowadays parents do so much around the house that when they ask their kids to do something, kids be lazy nowadays. Like, they don't want to clean. They wait for their parents to ask them to clean, and when their parents ask them to clean up, they complain about it. Kehlani started to ask if she could get paid to do chores, and that's a whole nother conversation. But girl, I'm not going to pay you to do something that you should know how to do anyway, because keeping your house clean is a life skill. But not only is it a life skill, it's something that all women should know how to do. That way you're not 15, 16, 17 years old complaining about cleaning up, because it's something that comes natural for you. You was doing it since you were 9. You'll thank me for it, babe. All right, so I decided on tacos for dinner because duh, it's Tuesday, so tortillas secured. I don't know, I want to try this. It looks really good. Cilantro rice is calling me, so we're gonna do that. These chili beans are so good. I've never had the ones with mild chili sauce, so let's see if these are just as good as the regular ones. Since we're having tacos, we might as well get the hard ethos. So I'm gonna get mandarin, I'll get pineapple. I'm also gonna get lime. I normally always get guava, but they don't have guava this time. We need chicken anyway, so I'm just gonna get this bag of chicken breasts. Ice cream is a household favorite, and everybody loves cookies and cream. I'm a chocolate girl, but I already have some Haagen-Dazs at the house, so I'm gonna get that for them. I do need to do a little bit of meal prep, so I'm gonna grab the salmon, which is probably gonna last me only a week. $13 for only a week's worth is wild. At this point, we just need options. So I got a bag of shrimp for myself for meal prep, and then a bag for the family. All right, last thing that I'm gonna grab is these powdered donuts because I like chocolate, everybody else likes chocolate. When it comes to donut holes, I know I just told you guys that I'm a chocolate girl and they like cookies and cream, but Kylan likes the powdered donuts and she was asking for donut holes, but I didn't see any here and I do not want to go to the donut shop today. So hopefully she'll be content with these powdered donuts because she did say she wanted some of those when I brought home the chocolate donuts yesterday. She was like, I like powder. So there you go, girl. I got you some powdered donuts. Okay, y'all, so while I was in that store for an hour, over an hour, why was I inside of Walmart for over an hour? I literally said I was going in there to get some sponges and something for dinner, and it turned into, ooh, let me grab that, ooh, we need that, ooh, they want that. And now it's 3:34, and I'm a few minutes behind schedule picking up the girls, which is not an issue because the baby goes to daycare right across the street from where we live. But I was trying to plan it out to where I can just make this left, go get the girls from school, make that right, get the baby, and then just go right across the street to go home. But now I'm about to have to pass the girls because I really need to get the baby from school at 3:30, just like I really should be dropping her off. I need to turn the air on because I can't even use the gym as an excuse for why I'm sweating anymore. It's just hot as hell in my car because I don't have the air on, because it's gonna be too loud and I'm trying to talk to y'all. I'm supposed to be having her there. Her schedule is from 9 to 3, but it kind of fluctuates, and if I get her there by 9:30 is cool. If I pick her up by 3:30, like, I don't be trying to push it to 4, so if I get there a little bit after 3:30, that's okay too. I just be trying to get her there by 3 because I already feel like she's there for a long time anyway, but they're going based off of my school schedule, which off of record, y'all, they don't even know that I'm not in school this semester, and I'm not gonna tell them because if I do tell them, she probably wouldn't even be able to attend. But anyways, I'm about to get the baby. I just wanted to keep you guys posted on what it was that I was doing because I just be unhinged sometimes going in there getting all that stuff when I was only supposed to get 2 things and whatever I was gonna get from dinner. But whatever, I digress. I'm right here at the daycare. We're gonna go get the girls and then I gotta go inside and take a shower because, baby, I feel like I need it. Hi. I'm on the way, baby. Mommy's sorry. I'm a little late. I'm sorry. You're crying? Oh, mommy's sorry I'm a little late. I always come back. Remember mommy tell you? What did mommy say? Your grown-ups always come back. I know I was a little late. I'm sorry. Hello. Aww. You hot? I thought it was gonna be a cold day today. Girl, what? Every time I pick you up, you got something going on. Why is your hair out right there?
Where?
Up here. Were you trying to pull your hair out today? What happened?
I was running and I fell and then peas come out of my hair.
You were running and you fell and a piece came out of your hair. Kylan.
No, someone pushed me around.
What?
We're playing dodgeball. Word.
We were waiting for you because you were in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Like we're always waiting for you because you're always in the
My
bathroom.
stomach hurts, okay?
It always hurts.
No, it doesn't.
How was school?
Good.
Good.
Yeah.
What happened that was good?
Okay, so there was this girl named Vanessa from last year,
Uh-huh.
and I was telling you how, remember when I was at church and I saw one of my old friends?
Mm-hmm.
20 minutes later.
But people say that she's like done bad stuff to them.
Had a good day at school?
Yeah.
Okay, good. How was your day at school?
Good.
Good?
Yeah.
Now, do you want to tell me the truth about what really happened to the front of your hair?
Tight.
It was tight.
Yes.
Okay. Next time, just tell the truth, right?
Yes.
What happened at school today that made your day good?
Math.
Math?
Yeah, I like math.
What did you learn about math?
Adding things.
You learned how to add things?
Yeah.
Okay, let me quiz you. What's 2 plus 2?
4.
Okay. Well, miss, don't even gotta think about it because I'm that smart, period. Okay, Kari, how was your day at school?
That's good.
It was good? What'd you learn?
That's
You learned your ABCs? Yeah?
oh, last time she said.
You learned your ABCs?
That's
And you went to sleep? I'm just saying what you said. You had a good day? Yeah? Okay.
Oh, last time she
Good.
said she learned how to nap. Wait, Mom!
Yes.
I think you said I can get you.
Yeah, that is what you said. I wasn't even gonna tell her. I wasn't even gonna tell y'all what she said. Is that nice to say to mommy? Not gonna say that to mommy again, right? We're not gonna say that to mommy again, right?
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Hey y'all, so it is another day in the vlog. I actually just took Kahari to daycare and I am on my way to drop off lunch to the girls. I just pulled up to their school right now. I am about to go in here, drop their lunches off, and then I have to go to my next destination. Okay, I honestly just want to say this really quick because it is such like a full circle moment for me, for the simple fact that I remember being an office assistant at an elementary school and sitting there seeing the same parents come into the office, whether they were picking their kids up or dropping something off for their kids or having lunch with their kids or picking their kids up because they had a freaking dentist or doctor's appointment at 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, whatever the case might be. I remember sitting there inside of my desk, and those were the times where I was praying like, Lord, I know I'm in this network marketing company. Like, I know I'm doing something I ain't never done before. I know I'm trying to make money on social media, and I don't even know if it's gonna work, God, but if it does, please let it work to the point to where I could be a stay-at-home mom. Because at that time, I was taking Kaylani to daycare right down the street from where it was that I was working. And I just remember every morning I would drop her off. She would cry. I would try to get her excited by doing the little Snapchat filters. Like, that wouldn't work. She would be screaming, going inside daycare. And I would just have to go to work crying on the way to work, but then sitting at my desk at an elementary school because I was the face of the school, acting like everything was okay, when really my spirit was crushed inside because I had to leave my baby at a place where she did not want to be. So fast forward now to being that mom who gets to be who I said I wanted to be before I was even her. Like, to be that mom now who is now that parent who the office assistant and office manager know by face, and they know who my kids are, and they know who I'm showing up for because I'm always there, I'm always available, I'm always able to show up for my kids for whatever, whenever. Like, that's just such a full circle moment for me. And it's like, I know that if God can do it for me in the way that I prayed and asked him to, that by my consistency, by my faith, by my trust, that he's going to provide. Like, he is going to fulfill me in that area that I need or want to be fulfilled in when it comes to my career. Sorry, y'all. There's an ambulance. But that he's going to fulfill me, and he's going to up-level my life, baby, as the creator that I am and the creator that I am becoming. It's just like a full circle moment, and it just makes my heart feel so full, and I just feel so proud when I get to show up, and that's just a feeling that just makes me feel so warm inside. So anyways, y'all, I am now on my way to run my second errand, or I guess I should say go to my third place, because I went to take Kahari, take the girls their lunch, and then now I'm getting ready to go wash clothes, which I'm not excited about doing, but I am also working on having more of like a positive servant heart, and it might not be something that I want to do, that I'm excited about doing, specifically because I have to go somewhere and do it. If I was at home doing this, I would not have an issue, but because I actually have to go to the laundromat and I gotta sit somewhere where I don't want to be just to wash some clothes because we don't have a washer and dryer, I cannot wait until our washer and dryer comes. But I get to serve my family. Not that I have to serve my family. I get to have the freedom of my time to be able to go and sit at the laundromat, to be able to wash clothes for my family, and then after that, I get to go home and do laundry. It's like, it's all in the mindset. It's all in the mindset. I get to go home and fold these clothes and not let it take 7 to 14 business days for me to fold them and put them away, because, child, I hate seeing clothes all over the place, but one thing I am gonna do is let it take 7 to 14 days to put these clothes away, because I don't know. Why are we like that? Why are we like that? But no, after I wash clothes, I am gonna go to the gym, because we have to be intentional with all of our time. I want to create some content today, actually get dressed, actually do my hair, actually change some outfits, and create some short form content, because I have not done that in a while. I used to be on my game. When I say on my game, I mean I was picking a day where I would change my clothes like 5 to 6 times, and I would record like anywhere from 15 to 20 videos in one day, so that I could just have content stored up, so that I didn't have to worry about recording. I could just post. But somewhere along the line, I lost my fire, but it's coming back. She's coming back, and when I tell you she's coming back full effect, okay, all gas, no brakes, okay, with the best intentions, but to level up at the same time, okay, and to get what it is that she came for, a period. So yeah, I'm just talking you guys' head off now. I just pulled up to the laundromat, so let's go in here and wash some clothes.
I hate this place, stuck in this paradise. Don't believe in paradise. This must be when hell is like this. Got to be more sick of the side of mine. Intrusive thoughts that paralyze. No fun is not to sabotage this. Got to be more, been here before. Floating away.
Hey girl, so I just finished washing clothes. I actually didn't take as many clothes with me as I thought I did. Y'all, I feel like I'm wasting so much money by going to that laundromat to wash clothes. Kind of, but not really, because at the end of the day, it's not a waste of money, being that I still have to wash our clothes anyway. Like, we still need clean clothes, but hopefully we're just trying to pay some things off before we charge our Home Depot card. Just trying to be more responsible and make short-term sacrifices. This is literally like a theme that I'm rolling with this year, that I'm also like instilling in my kids. Short-term sacrifices for long-term gain. So we're trying to get some credit cards paid off and just get some debt eliminated before we charge our Home Depot cards again to get another washer and dryer, which we had one, but when I moved back to California, the first time when I moved back by myself with just the girls, and I really thought I was gonna be a single woman out here, I sold my washer and dryer because we didn't have room to put it on our moving truck, and I just didn't want to have to put it in storage because it was just going to take more space than we had at the time. So that's neither here or there. Just kind of giving y'all a backstory of why we don't have a washer and dryer. But yeah, I ended up using two $3 washers, or two 3-load washers. I always say the load amount as the dollar amount, but it was a 3-load washer, which means we can put 3 loads in at one time. I used that one. I was going to use the $4 washer, but I didn't have, or the 4-load, here I go again, the 4-load washer, but I didn't have that many clothes, and I didn't want to essentially waste money using a washer that didn't even, like, that I didn't have clothes basically to fill up. So I ended up getting to the gym earlier than I did yesterday, so shout out to me, even though I don't have to go to Walmart today because last night I made chicken tacos, as y'all know, and we still have a lot of chicken left over. So guess what we're having for dinner tonight? Okay, period, because I'm not gonna let any food go to waste, and we still have plenty of chicken, so why not use that chicken? So I already have dinner tonight. There's no need for me to stop, but I'm about to go in here and get this workout in, which I am so excited about. Y'all, I'm excited but then not excited because I forgot to charge my headphones last night, which means yesterday when I got here I only had 16% on my headphones, and I used them yesterday, so I don't have 16% now. So I'm hoping that they don't die, but if they do, I'm already here, and I'm still gonna get this workout in regardless, because yesterday when I thought they were dead, I contemplated on just going home, because who wants to work out in silence? Not that it's silent inside of the gym, but like, I don't want to hear people working out. I don't want to hear the fans. I don't want to hear the gym music. I just don't want to hear what I don't want to hear. I want to hear my own stuff in my own ears. So hopefully they don't die and they give me just enough juice to be able to get through this workout. My water bottle did spill in my bag. Luckily I had ice in here though, so I can just fill it up inside. But yeah, if I stay in here any longer, I'm gonna keep talking to y'all, so I will see y'all after this workout. Hey y'all, so it is another day in the vlog, and currently I'm just folding clothes because, as you guys already saw, I went to go wash clothes. Was it yesterday? Was it yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday. I've literally lost track of time. Last time I talked to you guys was when I went to the gym. I didn't do anything. I basically was just supposed to end the vlog last night. I know I said that we were just gonna eat leftovers. I was gonna make burgers, but we had more chicken from the chicken tacos that I had made left over than I thought we did. So I was just like, yeah, it's just gonna be a leftover night. Matt had mentioned the other night that he wanted In-N-Out. But we're working on our budget more this year. And one of the things that we spend our money on more than like anything, like, we're not people that shop. We don't really like take a lot of trips. This year we're gonna be working on our budget a lot more. So I was like, let's just make burgers and fries at home. But we had more chicken, like I said, than I thought we did. So I was just like, let's just finish the chicken. So tonight I'll be making burgers and fries tonight. But as I fold these clothes, I thought, let's come back and talk, have a little story time slash advice session for the girls, if you will, because y'all know I always say your life is content. Like, share your life, share your experiences, share the things that you go through. Like, just talk about your life. Not that you have to talk about detail or like tell people. If you want to tell detail, girl, tell detail, okay? Because it's a lot of people that have made a lot of money and have grown their platforms in a lot of ways specifically because they've gotten detailed and they've actually let people in. I'm not telling you to do that. I probably will never be a person who gives detail, and even the people who think they get in detail, baby, you really ain't getting the detail, okay? Like, there are things that will never come out of my mouth. There are stories that I will never mention, but that does not mean that I'm not being relatable by giving you glimpses and bits and pieces of my life by just sharing, you know, a story or giving you value based off of a situation that's happened. That's what I mean to say. But anyways, I want to talk to the girls about friendships and community and being okay with being alone, being okay with praying to God about that friendship space or that community that you want, and waiting for Him to give you those friendships instead of running to doors, aka for friendship. I specifically want to talk to the women who lack friendships, lack real genuine friendships, real genuine connections with real genuine women. That's who I'm talking to right now. And when God closes a door, we gotta be okay with keeping those doors closed. And you'll be able to tell when a door is closing in the form of the energy that you feel around that friend, or the lack in which that friend shows up for you when you really need them, or paying attention to how loud that friend claps for you, or when they're around only during your darkest times to hear you venting to them. You kind of just pay attention and you kind of just notice when doors are closing or certain relationships feel like they're shifting with women. And when those relationships start to shift, maybe you have voiced how you felt to these women, or maybe you have not voiced it and you've kind of just kept it inside. But especially if you've voiced how you feel in a way that's, of course, respectful, in a way that gets your point across, because at the end of the day, we're supposed to love our friends, right? Like, anybody that we have in our space, we're genuinely supposed to care for them. Therefore, if our friend is telling us how they feel, or how we might have made them feel, or how they are perceiving a situation around us, we're supposed to have a heart of openness where we can really receive what it is that our friend is saying, if we are really friends with that person, right? So, as you guys know, and if you don't know, now you know, make sure you go watch, not right now, after this video though, but I decided to post a video where I wanted to share 5 reasons why a person, and these were not all my experiences, let me just say this. I'm working on becoming that person again who is, I don't want to say found my fire, because when I was at the gym yesterday, y'all, I was listening to literally like a bomb podcast. And one of the things that she said was, we have to stop saying we lost our fire. We never lost it. Like, we're not gaining our fire. We're not getting a fire. We already have it inside of us. Our fire just went out for whatever reason, insert your reason here. And now all we're doing is igniting that fire again. So I've been praying, like, Lord, help me to find that fire again. Help me to ignite that fire again that I had for content creation when I was doing things like posting 3 videos a day on 3 different platforms. Like, give me that type of consistency again, Lord. Give me that type of fire again. Like, give me the type of fire again, Lord, or help me, ignite it again to where I was posting and I didn't care how relatable I was being. I knew I was being transparent and I knew I was reaching somebody. Like, give me that type of fire again. Like, 10x my fire, Lord. 10x my consistency, Lord. And so I've been praying that. And so one of the videos, and so in saying that, I've been telling myself, I am going to post more consistently. I'm going to post on my YouTube channel at least 2 times a week on very consistent days. This is what I'm saying to myself. And of course, in order to do that, right, you have to be prepared. You have to have content. You have to know what it is that you want to post. You got to stay ready so you ain't got to get ready, right? So in me getting ready, one of the videos that I decided that I was going to make was 5 reasons why I decided to move back to my hometown. And for those of you, again, who don't know, me and my family transitioned to Houston, Texas, and we were there, I want to say in 2022, but literally since COVID, y'all, things have been crazy. Like, COVID, I was pregnant, like we bought a new house, we were there for a year, we moved out of that house, we moved to Houston, I found out I had a new baby, like we were there for, just life was crazy. It got real crazy real fast, and I feel like now in 2025 this is just barely becoming my rest year, where last year I had to take in crazy things that were happening on top of going through a divorce, to now it's like 2025, Lord, show me how good it can get for me, because I'm tired of things being so crazy, and I'm just ready to see how good it's gonna get, right? So anyways, I'm rambling now. But we were there for almost 3.5 years, and life happened. As y'all know, we were going through a divorce, Matt and I, and we ended up moving back to California, my hometown. So of course, since that's real life, why not be real relatable? That's the kind of content creator I am, and make a video about that. Because you know who else will have a similar story? A person who moved back to their hometown and they regret moving back to their hometown. You know who else might have that similar story or can relate? A person who has moved out of their hometown and they're thinking about possibly moving back home. So I'm nowhere in my head thinking that when I create this video, I am going to create this video with people from my hometown in mind that I'm going to shade or talk bad about. I am not thinking about those people at all whatsoever. I'm thinking about growing my community, okay, and speaking to people who can relate to the things that I'm saying. And that's another thing. When you have friends, there's no reason why you should question in your head if your friend is ever shading you. There's no reason why you should think in your head about a person that is your friend, that they're talking bad about you, that they have ill intent, that they want to harm you. Because if you feel that way about a friend, you really have to examine who you are within yourself and your own heart to be around a person that you really feel wholeheartedly does not like you. But that's another conversation. So I post this video, y'all, and before I even post this video, before I even go as far as creating this video, let's not even go to posting it. Let's just talk about creating this video. I went on ChatGPT because I'm like, okay, I don't have that many reasons why I wish I didn't come back to my hometown, other than this is just not a place where I can really thrive and grow for real in my career as a creator. So what are some other topics that I can talk about? Girl, ChatGPT gave me like 20 different topics, okay? So this video was created from ChatGPT. Keep that in mind, okay? So, bam, I go and create the video, I edit the video, I finish the video. The video ended up being over an hour long because if y'all can't tell, I like to talk. And so after editing the video, I got it down to like 40, maybe like 30 something minutes, almost 40 minutes. But after sitting with that video for a little bit and I already had some feelings about posting that anyway because of me being a recovery people pleaser, or still being in recovery, should I say. Me trying to stand on, not trying, me standing on business and standing on boundaries and meaning what it is that I say. And if I'm not feeling comfortable about something, letting the situation be known in any type of respectable way that I don't feel comfortable with it. A recovering people pleaser. I went and I said, you know what? I think I'm gonna delete this video. After editing and all of that, I said, I'm gonna go ahead and delete this video because I don't want nobody thinking, oh, I'm saying that I'm better than them because I left my hometown. Oh, I'm talking about them. Like, I just know who I'm surrounded. Just period. I know who I'm surrounded. I know who I'm around in my hometown. Like, I just knew that somebody, because the truth of the matter is, and I have mentioned this in my videos before, unfortunately, I am different from people in my family. As a content creator, that is very different for people. As a person who is relatable and shares their business, that's very strange and very foreign to the people who I'm around. Like this social media thing that I'm really building a career off of, that is not normal for the people in my circle, my group, my scope of people who I'm around. So I just knew, not pinpointing who, but I just knew somebody was gonna see it because people love to question what it is that I do and why I'm so passionate about it. I just knew somebody was gonna have something to say. I ended up, after deleting the video, going back and downloading that video and re-editing it because something didn't sit right in my spirit. Why would you go and do all that work when you have the best intentions just to delete the video because somebody might not agree? I don't know who this is a word for, but this year we are not dimming our lights, and we are not diminishing our abilities, and we are not being disobedient to the God-given talents that are within us because we're afraid of how somebody else is going to perceive it, especially when we have the best intentions with what it is that we're doing, and we're not doing it to hurt or offend anybody. We're doing it because we are showing up for ourselves. And so once that realization set in, I was like, yeah, bet. Let me go re-download this video. Let me go re-edit this video, do all the work over again. And I actually shared that in my Instagram stories. I posted about how I deleted the video because I was discouraged because I didn't want this person or that person to say anything. But when you're walking in your calling, sometimes it's going to make people uncomfortable, especially when they did not receive the same vision that you received. And so I was like, I'm going to post it anyway. So since I'm posting it, I need y'all to do y'all big ones, show up for me, and go watch it. Okay, so the next day, I get a text message from 2 of these women that I had befriended, okay? And this is why I say when energy starts to feel weird, when you can start to feel something shifting, when you can start to feel doors closing, do not try to force them open. Do not try to use your chemistry or your history or how long you've known people. Don't confuse that with being compatible. Don't confuse your chemistry or your history or how long you've known somebody with that person being in alignment with not the person that you were or the person that you used to be, but the person that you are actually now and the person that you're becoming. Don't try to hold those doors open because you're comfortable and you're afraid to be by yourself. And truth of the matter is, that was my situation with these women. I've known them since high school. No matter what disrespect I've taken from them, no matter what type of embarrassment, no matter what type of shade, no matter what type of funniness, no matter what energy, weirdness that I felt from them, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna look past the things that I know, and I'm gonna keep paying attention to what I want to pay attention to. Delusion is crazy. Delusion is when you allow for people to make you feel uncomfortable, and based off of the potential that you see in them, you ignore what's right in front of your face. And that was me. I was also going through a lot last year, and I can be honest with myself, I really wanted friends here in my hometown. It's not that I don't have friends, and I have to stop saying that. I definitely have created some great relationships and some great friendships with women on social media, some who I have already met off of social media and some who I have not met yet, but the way that we talk, you would not even guess that we have not met each other in person. My whole thing was I just did not want to get sucked back into the titles of just being a mom and just being a wife, having nobody to hang out with, having nothing to do, feeling lonely. I didn't want to be in that space of feeling lonely. But again, I don't know who needs to hear this. God-driven relationships and relationships that are given to you from the Lord because you actually prayed for these women and you actually feel loved from these women. God is love and you feel loved, so these friendships are relationships from God. Instead of waiting on those relationships, you'll just take anything out of fear of being lonely. And that was my situation with these women. I just did not want to be lonely. And again, being lonely and waiting on the relationships that you prayed for is so much better than having to realize you are staying in a situation of friendship just because you're comfortable when those friendships do not make you feel like you are in a safe space. So, because I decided to not want to be lonely, that resulted in these women basically letting me know everything that they already felt about me. They just used that video as a crutch. They just used that video. I won't say they. One of the women only sent me one text message. She left it at that. When I responded to her to ask her why she felt that way, she didn't respond back to me, so she kind of just left it at that. But then the other woman proceeded to send multiple text messages, do things like remove me out of the Bible study group. I don't remember if I told you guys that I was attending a Bible study group that was created by one of the women that felt the need to tell me how she felt about me from this video. But she started Bible study, her form of Bible study, and it's just like, I don't even want to go completely into the situation because it starts to make me mad at myself all over again. But for the sake of this story time, she like removed me from this Bible study group. She told me that I couldn't show up anymore. Like, she made it seem like I just left. She sent me a cease and desist because she was upset that I was talking about the situation on social media, and she really thought she could stiff arm me and tell me that I could not use one of my rights. I don't know which right that is, but I know it's a right that I have the freedom of speech. And anything that happens to me, I'm able to talk about because it's my business. Your business because you were a part of it, but my business because it's my situation and it pertains to me, so I'm able to talk about it. But that just goes to show that, again, it's so much better being by yourself, praying for those friendships, like getting comfortable with being alone, getting comfortable with being by yourself. You're not by yourself, especially if you have family members, especially, you know, like if you have kids, whatever. But I know we're not talking about that. We're talking about, as women, that community. Being comfortable with praying for that community. I had to grab more clothes, y'all, because I done talked to y'all so much that I done folded all the clothes, okay? But being comfortable with just praying for the community that you want and waiting on God to give you that community. Getting comfortable with just falling in love with yourself. Getting comfortable with being busy. Like, I should have been just staying focused on going to the gym. I was already going to a Bible study that I should have just found my comfortability in that, instead of thinking that I need to run to places that were never welcoming to me in the first place, all because I did not want to be by myself, all because I wanted to make it seem like I really had friends here where I was at, instead of just realizing that these people are not my people. And I was really just trying to use comfortability, history, and quote unquote compatibility, because we had things in common. I was trying to use those as crutches and excuses for the fact that I'm just not compatible with these women, that these women are just not my women. I'm not a mean girl. I told her things about my marriage, what I was going through, situations with my family that she said and used against me. And it just goes back to, again, there's so much that can be avoided if you just get comfortable with yourself. If you just get comfortable with just waiting on God to give you what you need, instead of running to what you think you need or trying to open doors that He's already closed. Baby, look, save yourself some stories, save yourself some heartbreak, and just wait on God. And again, it's not that I'm so much heartbroken because, oh, they don't want to be my friend. I'm more upset at myself because before I even moved back to California, I specifically remember praying in that empty house. If you guys did not see the last video that I posted in Houston, I'm gonna put it up here so that you guys can see it. But I remember praying in that empty house, like, God, please do not have me or let me or allow me, which is so funny because God gives us all free will, but He also gives us discernment too. I don't know who that was a word for, but it was definitely one for me. And I just wanted to be and ignore the stuff that He gave me discernment over. But anyway, I remember praying, like, Lord, please don't let me run back to doors that you have closed just because I don't want to be lonely, just because I'm going through a divorce, just because I don't want to just be a single mom. Like, I need something to take my mind off the fact that I'm already having to move back home. But I'm moving back home with my mom. I'm moving back home with my 3 kids by myself. Like, I need an outlet. Okay, and I ran into an outlet, all right? I ran to that outlet and got shocked. Got sis. But anyways, y'all, I'm about to finish folding these clothes. I just thought that it would be funny to come and make light as well as give value, because if you ain't providing value in what it is that you share, and if you can't be relatable in what it is that you're talking about, what are you even talking about? And I know that somebody can relate to what it is that I just said. I either prevented an issue from happening, I brought light to a situation for somebody else, or help somebody find clarity, and it's not me that can take the glory for it. It's all God, and that's why I have these platforms, to share my situations and be relatable and transparent, and when I come out these situations, to give God the glory for it at the end of the day. So I'm about to finish folding these clothes because talking to y'all, I done mixed everybody's stuff up. I just wanted to get everything folded. I'm actually almost done though, so y'all kept me company, but I am going to end this video here because really I just wanted this vlog to be like a day in my life vlog, And after I finish folding clothes, it's literally gonna be time for me to possibly go get the girls. If I have time, I'm gonna go to the gym. Then I have to go get the girls from school, then go get Matt from work. But this is what I do, y'all, in my day-to-day. And like I said, I just wanna be more of that, not just so transparent creator, but also relatable and real. And just because you don't have a lot of friends doesn't mean that you can't create content. Like, just because you don't go out, you don't party all the time, you don't go out of town all the time, like you don't have events, like you don't have things that you feel is popping and going on, doesn't mean that you can't share content with people. Share your content, share your story. Like, somebody, your people, your community is out there, and if you just get so caught up in your head about what it is that you don't have, you're never gonna find your people, because you're gonna be so caught up in that it just stops you and it prevents you from moving forward. So don't let fear, or don't let what you might be downplaying punk you out of what you could be getting. Like, don't let what you could be downplaying punk you out of, like, don't let your process punk you out of the promise. That's what I'm trying to say. Don't let your process, it might not look like you got nothing going on. Don't let your process punk you out of the promise. Your promise is what you're gonna get to, because you don't let what you got going on punk you from getting there. Period. That's the end of the video right there. So like I said, y'all, I'm gonna finish folding clothes. That's the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this day in my life as a mom of 3 and a wife. Content, hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. If you haven't done this yet, comment below though and let me know if you guys enjoyed this vlog and what your best or favorite part from this vlog was. If you haven't done this yet, make sure you go subscribe, turn on the notifications, and give this video a big thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the next video.